gentlemen, welcome back to the Netrock server. How are we all? I hope everyone is doing well today. I'm doing just fine. Thank you for asking. I have some stuff to show to you. Pardon me while I just run around blindly trying to compose myself. So, between episodes, I've been a little bit busy. The golden donut has been finished. I'll go and show that off to you at the end of the episode. And I've completed all of the glowstone interior as well. I have replaced the doors here because zombies kept knocking them down and I was getting pretty annoyed with having to constantly replenish them, which is absolutely ridiculous. As you can see, I have a bunch of equipment in here that I need to put away because this is important. Like I said, the golden donut is complete, so I'm going to start moving all of my stuff back home now. The big nether project, the biggest nether project I've ever undertaken certainly, is finito. I just need to attractively organize everything. Excuse me, apologies. A little bit ill. I seem to spend a lot of time feeling ill. You know what I mean? I'm just ill all the damn time. Which isn't fun. It's not fair. But what can be done? I've begun organising these chests out a little bit as well, so that now things look, well, a little bit neater and not so cluttered. I've got all of the ores and stuff tucked away up in there. Where can I put my... Oh yeah, look, they can go in there, ready for later on. I need to put those together so that we can get looting 3 on one of those. Let's put the cactus up in there. And yeah, and the snowballs go in there as well. That is perfect. Smashing. So, let me show you what else has been going on around the home in a moment. First of all, I need to get my fortune pick out because, as I don't think you have seen, but will soon shortly see, I have a bunch of ore that I would like to fortune just down here. But we'll get onto that in a minute. First of all, through here, I have begun work on an enchanting room. At long last. It's about time I had one of my own. We got up to level 28 at the moment. And I think that may be high enough, actually, all things considered. So that's coming along very nicely. And then through here, I haven't started on the pumpkin and melon farm yet. But I have seen a couple of good designs floating around for one of those sorts of farms, including one that is fully automatic. So I may look into installing that one instead of a different one that I was going to work with. And it appears we have slimes down here. A rarity these days. It's not that big a rarity, but it's rarer than I would like. But, you know, we're getting a bit of higher rate down here. The more spawning spaces we're getting, the easier it's becoming to obtain some of these guys. Which is awesome, because I want the slime blocks. I want more slime blocks so I can start messing around with them. That's what I was going to try and do. The room where the enchanting room is, I was going to try and put a sugarcane farm that was fully automatic and used some slime blocks and stuff. But I didn't have enough room, so that's not going there. Instead, this is my reed farm, right here. Very bare bones, very basic, but it's good enough for now. All I needed was some mass farming kind of situation so that I could get some books for that enchanting room. But anyway, here we go. We have a stack of redstone ore, a stack of coal ore, 27 diamond ore and 27 lapis ore using Fortune 3. From 27 lapis ore, we shall now see how much we get. Assuming, I think the most you can get from a block is 8 lumps of lapis, I think. 8 times 27. Now, I'm not very good at maths, so I can't answer that for you. I think you've got 56 times 106. I guess you're looking at about 216? Something like that, maybe? 216, which I don't know how that transfers into stacks, but I'm It looks to be more than that. You got 128 plus 128 is 256 already. So that's pretty good. This one will be dead easy to work out. 27 diamond ore means ordinarily we would end up with 27 individual diamonds. However, when applying Fortune 3 to 27 blocks of diamond ore, hopefully we get something just a little bit more impressive than that. Because if we ended up getting somewhere around that number, I would be pretty annoyed. But I think we've done good off the back of that. Oh, yes we have. That is what I'm talking about. And it's the same story for the coal here. 64 lumps of coal ore. That's a stack of coal ore right here, through and through. One solid lump of it. We could ordinarily hope to get 1 lump of coal per coal ore, which would make a total of 64 coal ore, or a stack of coal ore. However, can you tell that I'm just filling space so that we're not just chopping this down in silence? However, with Fortune 3, by cutting down a 4x4x4 cube of coal ore, we are going to be getting rid of 64 lumps of coal ore, which is a stack of coal ore in Minecraft. At least we would be if the blocks didn't reappear. Huh. I need you guys to not do that. Anyway, I'm going to be intrigued to see how much we get off of the back of this. It's going to be more than the diamond, obviously. To get a stack of diamonds out of 27 ore, though, that's pretty awesome. Fortune smiled upon me that day. My phone be buzzing. Why? That is really, really uncool. And I do not appreciate such events happening. Unbelievable. So whilst I try and struggle to put that in my pocket, let me just stare at that block up there. Okay, there we go. Nice. And 2 stacks plus 7 coal, which is awesome. Now, redstone is much the same as lapis. You get a lot of it from a block. We again had a whole stack of redstone ore here, 64 bits of redstone ore. I don't know how much this is going to translate into. I don't know how much it would translate into normally. I think a stack and a half, is that unreasonable to expect from a stack of redstone ore mined out with a normal pick? I would say a stack and a half of dust is probably average. I'd say it's pretty good. Maybe slightly above average. In any case, I'm fairly confident when I say we've got more than that here. This is going to be delightful. And then once we're done here, we can move on to the focus of today's episode, which is going to be up at the top of the house. It's going to be in our little entrance foyer bit. We had a look last time at a little bit I've hollowed out for where we're going to put an indoor garden. You know I like my indoor gardens. That's what we're going to work on today. But first, have your snack and then witness. That's a lot of redstone. Oh, that makes me happy. We're going to need to grab everything out of the chest so that we will then be able to crunch it down into blocks and make it nice and easy to store. We'll do the same with the the slime blocks there as well. Let's grab all of this. Let's just grab everything. Yeah, my phone's still twittering on. But that's right, that's the last time it will do that unless someone else sends me a message, which I hope no one does. I should turn my phone off while I'm recording. It's bad manners to not do such a thing. I have a feeling we could spend all of our lapis on making this block. Indeed we can. 43 lapis blocks, that's good. It's a nice little number. And now let's do the same for the redstone, because that's going to take the most amount of time. Let's just do it that way. Why not? And that way again. And that leaves us with 63, which goes into 9. And we can do the same with the redstone. That is awesome. What's not so awesome is my mouse skipping blocks in that way, because then it makes doing the coal really troublesome, because everything is off kiln, off center, so to speak. I don't think we can do it with coal. Boo! How about with diamonds? Again, I think we're all diamonded out. There we go. Let's just do these gold nuggets, turn those into blocks, or into bars, sorry, get a block out of that, and then turn all of those into slime blocks. There we go. That didn't take too long at all. Nice. Wicked. Okay. All of those are now in place. Sort that out right now as it happens. And we'll put the slime blocks away. Wicked. Oh, did someone just disconnect from your computer? Oh, might have been mine. Anyways, here we are. So it's not going to be anything big or massive. You know, we've had some pretty impressive looking indoor gardens in the past. But on this occasion, it's just going to be something small, something nice. We're going to replace the floor here with some grass and get that all growing out first of all. I haven't actually got any grass to hand, so I'm going to need to obtain some dirt and indeed some grass. But it's okay, I have Silk Touch shears for that. Obviously a Silk Touch shovel would be better, but the shears don't lose any durability when you misuse them in such a way, which is a very useful thing to know. So I'm going to take up some of the grass that we have up here in the foyer using those shears, and we can put the money grabber back now. So if I just take some of these up here, that'll probably do, and then we can replace those with these bits of dirt right there. And then we'll come over here and place down a bunch of dirt. Let's just remount these torches in the wall for now. Put all the dirt down, and then we're going to leave an occasional block so that we can then put down the grass and get it growing nice and quickly. Just like that. That shouldn't take too long to fill up again, assuming the light levels are bright enough. Let's just make sure of that. Cool. Next up, I'm going to need some leaves to do some decorating up at the back here. So I'll grab some of those and some fence posts as well. I was thinking about how maybe we could have some animals up here. Like we have that every so often when I do this. We get some animals. What did I say I wanted? Leaves. Ah, yeah, there we go. And a couple of bits of glowstone as well. Sometimes we have some animals in our little gardens, and maybe that's something I can work on between episodes, getting a cow in there maybe or something, because it can be quite a labour-intensive task moving animals around in Minecraft these days. I know we have leads and stuff to move them around, but the leads can be a little bit cumbersome. They break quite easily. I don't know if you've noticed. Look at that, we're already fully grown almost, which is great. Let's get some of this glowstone down. We'll put one bit there and another bit there. And then how does that set us up for light levels in this area? If we were to get rid of all of those, how are we doing over here in the corner? Cool, I think we are probably going to be nicely covered. So I'm going to put some leaves just there in the corner like that and maybe trail it off up there. Very nice. And then a few more right there. Now we just need to wait for the grass to grow, and then we can put some flowers down and bone meal. In fact, I'm going to put some flowers down right now because I've got a whole ton of them in the chest down here. So I'm going to take some of these up with me. Let's grab a couple of the tulips, I think. So let's get an orange one and a white one. And then I'm thinking maybe a dandelion, and have I got anything else? Maybe a pink tulip as well. That's probably going to be quite a lot of flowers. We probably don't need that many. And when the bone meal comes as well, we're probably going to have much more than we need. But it'll be okay. All will be fine. Let's put some of these down now. So the orange one's going to go right at the forefront there. Let's put the pink one up the back. Yellow can go in the corner. And the white one will go just there, like that. And if we get some bones down. Now we get a rose. That's nice. Put some more grass down. Let's grow some of these ones. You're supposed to grow bigger. Are they? It doesn't look like they are. Says they are though, I guess. So that's all that matters. There we go. Nice. And then the grass will grow. I can hear splashing in the waters above. So I'm going to sleep. And I'm going to investigate that. I'm imagining there's some sort of nasty trapped in the waters near my house. And we're going to go and save him. Or her. I have got water near my house. I'm sure of it. Oh, it would have been over here. Hello. Oh, right, yes. Oh my, there's a witch hot tub party there. Okay. Whoopsie daisy. It's okay, it didn't blow anything up. As for the witch party, I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble. Oh, you got me. Foul harlot of the night. You do so decry me. Get anything nice? A couple of water bottles and some magic wands. Good. Well, that was worth the injury. Stupid, foul creatures. Oh, hi. No need for you. Skeletons keep hiding out underneath my patio. And what's worse is Endermen keep destroying the all the land I have down here. The reason I've put this down is for a reason. I've put it down to cover up the imperfections. So if Endermen could stop ruining that, that'd be fantastic. Okay, I'm going to wait for the grass to grow and then we will be right back. Incidentally, whilst we wait, what does every interior garden need? It needs a waterfall. Plus the blue just gives it a nice little colour variation. So as you can see, I think it looks far better now with a little bit of water in there than it did just as the garden on its own. I like that. That's nice. A nice little zen garden amongst our little world of carnage. What I may do actually is move the dandelion up the back here. Like that. That's a bit better. Got a bit more colour at the back there. Awesome. I love it. That's great. I really do like that. Cool. Okay. So now with that done, let me tidy up. I'm going to put away everything that I do not need. I'm going to make sure I have nothing too valuable on me. And then we're going to go over to the zombie pigman farm so that I can show to you how the thing is working in all of its splendiferous glory. I will see you up there. So, bienvenue à la nether. Okay, I was going to say bienvenue à la maison, but that would be welcome to my house. And I really do not want to live here. Up we go. You cannot come with me, suffice to say. So obviously we have seen all this before. This is all very nice. Yep, when the game wants to catch up. Thank you. Lovely. And if we just head up here, you'll notice there's not a great deal different up here. We have this here. The NW Corps accepts no responsibility for loss of life or possessions incurred from the usage of this farm, proper or otherwise. Usage is entirely at your personal risk. Very important to remember that, because this farm is dangerous. It definitely is. And travel down the tunnel after using the farm is another very, very important piece of information. So, let's ascend the dizzying heights. I've put a glass tube all the way around to prevent people from falling off, first and foremost. All of the spawning platforms up here are completed, and they all have the pathways in the appropriate places. There is also a pigman up here that has been given a set of armor and a stone sword to prevent him from ever despawning, which is very useful indeed. And does it also keep chunks loaded? Is that also a thing that happens if you've got... I can't remember. This is the sort of collection station, if you like. This is where all the items will eventually turn up, and it's a very complicated system. Trying to get that in place and explain it all. So I'll try and do the best that I can with the limited visibility that we have. So the pigmen will drop down one shaft over there and die on a hopper down there. All their items get carried across to these chests here. That slime block there pushes the XP orbs over to this slime block here, which then explodes them upwards to here, where this slime block piston then pushes them up there, ready to be gathered by the fortunate individual who is stood here at the top. So yes, it's very dangerous. There's our man over there. What we need to do is we just grab ourselves a snowball here, because snowballs don't damage, and then just throw it at him. All of a sudden, pigmen hate you. They charge towards us like that and get pushed off the edge. Cactus does a little bit of contact damage to them. They do spawn in zombies as well. That's quite a downside. But then all we need to do is just stand near to here, and the XP orbs will float up to us. There we go. Just like that. Simple as. Look at them all go. Absolutely mental. And then we'll head down here. This is another reason why I've put the glass tube and the roof in place, because eventually these guys will just wander off the edge here and land up here. And that will be bad, because then they start tracking you. And if they were to land in this area, it would be very dangerous. Also, from down here, you can get access to the XP through the corner here. So that's quite a useful thing. As you can see, look, these guys want me. They're all piling around on top of me now. So the more XP we try and stand here to collect, the more that are going to gather here. Look at that. That's silly. But, oh yeah, this doesn't really work very well either. But all the items are getting carried across over to just here. And you might be saying to yourself, that doesn't actually look like a great deal. And you'd be perfectly right. There is a flaw in the way that this farm is built, and that is that they escape over the sides. And the problem that causes is that, well, they fall off the sides here like that. And that's bad, because if enough of them do it, then, well, you'll see. You seeing the problem now? If enough of them fall off over the side, you get all this XP, all these items, and all this clutter at the bottom, which isn't very good, because that causes lag. So we need to get ourselves out here and gather all of this up. But here's the rest of the items where we was all wondering, oh, that looks a bit thin on the ground for the amount of pigmen that fell off. They didn't drop that much. They did. It's just it all fell out of the farm. Partly because the farm sort of expels everything out the sides, but also just because the pigmen fall off the sides as well. So I'm thinking maybe what I can do is I can just make a load of fences and put those up there around the inside edge, so that they don't run off the edge. Maybe that would work, and that also wouldn't reduce spawning space at all. So that might be something to investigate. I might look into doing that, because then that should... I'm lagging. Thank you. That should prevent all this sort of silliness from happening. But there we go. It is fully functional and it is all working, which is good. However, it is dangerous. And this is where the danger is. It's possible for pigmen to spawn down here. Very rare, but it is possible. We take this train... Oh, excuse me. Take this train to the end of the line. In the meantime, let's review our loot. Bane of Arthropods 3, Smite 2. It's a bit lame, but never mind. We ride this up to the very end, and then we just need to wait there for a little while, and then come back. Hopefully, hopefully is the big word. That stops the pigmen from being aggressive. Please wait a few moments before returning to the farm. But it's very temperamental. I issue this warning to the Netrockers as a whole. Use this farm by all means, but it is very dangerous. and you could and probably will die. So be very, very cautious. This bit is not so... It's not so bad, because pigmen shouldn't be able to spawn anywhere along here. So they should be fine. It's when you get back into the nether that you need to start worrying. Pigmen behave like zombies now. You annoy one of them, you annoy them all. That's the way it's always been. But they will summon in reinforcements. And the way their aggression works has changed. And I cannot for the life of me work out how. So this is where the true test of a person's steel... Oh, yeah, you're gonna hate me. Yep. I think it's fair to say that he hates me. So we're just gonna miss. If we kill this guy, maybe things will be okay. Can't hear any more nearby. But you don't need to hear any more nearby. They'll just aggro. If we go down here, we won't need to go very far before we come under stress. And in light of that, I don't want to die on camera. Especially not with 60 levels. Yep, I heard one grumble. There'll be one along shortly, I'm sure. Yeah, so I've still got a few kinks to iron out. There he is. If we move around, he's going to follow us. Yeah. So still a few kinks to iron out. I'll keep working on that though, guys. Oh my gosh. What I was thinking of doing is just building a path straight to the nether hub so you don't have to deal with these guys, but I don't know. I'm now trapped up here. I'll see you in the next episode if I ever make it back. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful and informative. If you have, do leave a like and a comment down below and let me know what you thought. Other than that, I shall see you next time. Take care. Have a good day. I love you. Bye.